This is just a quick review of how to use your rewards points with a Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card. Looking at some of the perks of the Chase Sapphire credit card, you get 2 points for every dollar you spend on travel and restaurants, and that's actually a diverse type of travel. That would include hotels, car rentals, tickets for trains, planes, and then of course generally 1 point for every dollar spent other than travel and restaurants. There's a one-to-one point transfer with their partners. I'll be more specific about what that means. And also no foreign transaction fees, which is really nice. I've gotten charged as much as $24 for foreign transaction fees from other credit cards. Never been charged a foreign transaction fee from the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and they actually give you a decent exchange rate. It's a chip-enabled card, and even though I haven't used a couple of these perks, I have had to use, unfortunately, the zero liability protection, which they really did a bang-up job on that. I have absolutely no complaints. So this says 20% off travel when you redeem through Chase Ultimate Rewards. That generally holds true, but what I've found today is that it's 25% off travel, so you're going to want to actually look at that yourself. And the nice thing is there are no blackout dates or restrictions. When you purchase through Chase, they have some other perks as far as travel insurances that come automatically with the card. At any rate, you can actually look through all of those perks yourself. They do have a $95 yearly membership fee, and their customer service really is fantastic. No matter what kind of question you have, they will do their best to answer the question for you. They'll explain transfer balance points and all sorts of things. When applying for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the promotion is generally that you get 50,000 points if you spend $4,000 to $5,000 within the first 3 months of owning the credit card. So if you know that you're going to be spending money, then it's a really great time to apply for the card because, for example, we were going to be selling a house when we applied for our card, so we knew for a fact we were going to be spending $4,000 on paint and blinds and different things like that. So we covered that within the first month, and we had enough points that we could take a trip to Europe after all our hard work prepping our house to sell. All of the Chase credit cards are meant to be used in conjunction with other Chase credit cards. Let me go ahead and explain what that means. So we have a Chase Freedom. The Chase Freedom will give you 5% cash back on certain items as opposed to the 2% and 1% cash back that the Sapphire offers. So during the next 3 months, the Chase Freedom is giving us 5% cash back on gas and local travel, plus 1% cash back on every other purchase. So we've been using our Chase Freedom. Let's just go ahead and go into the Ultimate Reward Zone. There are 2 ways to transfer points. One method of transferring points is transferring from one Chase credit card that allows you to earn more points with your purchases to another Chase credit card. So the Chase Freedom with a 5% cash back transferring to the Chase Sapphire. Now, if you really pay attention to all of the different things you're spending on, then you could use the Chase Sapphire every time you purchase travel or go to a restaurant and get the 2% cash back when the Chase Freedom is not offering the 5% cash back, and you'll maximize your points in that way. First, you select the credit card that you are transferring from, and then you select the credit card that you are transferring to. Because travel is more important to me, I'm going to be transferring all of my points to the Chase Sapphire. The nice thing about this is that no matter what credit card you transfer to, it's 1 point for 1 point, and you never lose points no matter how many times you transfer those points between your credit cards. The other nice thing is that the points will not expire. Confirm and submit. All right, so now let's go to the Chase Sapphire Preferred homepage. Now this shows you what your points are worth. Let's go in and see ways to use points so you can see all of the different values that you get for your points. Travel, of course, is the best value because right now you're getting that 25% more when you buy airline tickets or car rentals or any of the things listed here. For gift cards, you would get the typical point allotment, which is basically valued at 1% of your points. So I have 73,000 points, and that value is at $738. That's a cash value of 1% of my points. The worst deal, of course, is shopping on Amazon, where you don't even get the 1% of your point value. Now, let's talk about transferring to travel partners. We've transferred point for point from one Chase credit card to the other Chase credit card. Chase Sapphire Preferred actually has agreements with these airlines. So as long as I'm a member of the British Airways Executive Club, I can transfer my Chase Sapphire points directly to British Airways, and it counts point for purchasing an airline ticket on British Airways. Now, you do have to keep in mind that with certain credit cards, they only allow you a membership if you own their credit card. So you would be combining the credit card points from, say, the Southwest card with the credit card points from the Chase Sapphire. Another thing to really keep in mind is that your Chase Sapphire points will not expire if you keep them on your Chase Sapphire card. But if you transfer them to United, your United points will expire within a year, I believe. And these are the hotel affiliates with the Chase Sapphire. So let's take a look at actually purchasing tickets using the Chase Sapphire. This is one point where you might feel like the card is lacking. So let's click on Explore and Book Travel. And this is how you have to use your points. You have to book through the Chase Sapphire site. So let's say LAX, going to LaGuardia, partying March 1st, returning March 8th. One traveler, let's search it, ticket prices. All right, so we've got a ticket price of $269 base. You can see that the number of points that it would cost you is actually less than the 1% cash value because you have that additional 25% added in. So instead of 26,900 points, you're only using 21,528 points. Let's go ahead and look at ticket prices for the same cities on a different airline. So this is Southwest, same dates, March 1st to March 8th. And I've already selected the cheapest. This is the Wanna Get Away fare on Southwest, $273.88 with taxes. Again, you look at the Chase Sapphire, $269. Still a better deal. And if you use your points, you're kind of technically paying even less than that. You're paying $215.28 if you value your points at 1%. Look on Travelocity, which is a larger website. Wow, $328. Usually I can get a pretty good deal on Travelocity, but that is nothing even close to the rate that you get on Chase Sapphire. So even though you're locked in to making a reservation through the Chase Sapphire website, I have not really had any issues with the Chase being valued higher than other airlines or other travel websites. They usually give you a good deal, and with the point bonus of 25%, it's an even better deal. Another thing I want to show you about how you can use points on Chase that adds some flexibility. All right, so let's look at going to a location where the ticket is going to be priced out of our point range. Let's pick Slovenia in honor of the First Lady, Melania Trump. Generally, what would happen is if you don't have enough points, you're stuck paying cash in the full amount. But Chase has really been great about not locking your points in. So I'll go ahead and pick a more expensive one. So clearly we don't have 106,000 points. We've got, 73,000 points. The great thing about the Chase Sapphire is that it will actually let you use all of your points to reduce the ticket price. So instead of paying that full $1,000+, I can actually buy the ticket for $407, paying the difference between what I can use my points for and the actual ticket price. Looking at hotels, I will say that the one downside to hotels is that they are not going to have as exhaustive a list of hotels as other websites. And so even though I could use my points on these hotels, I found myself using other websites like maybe booking.com or local websites, though their list of hotels is actually expanding. So that's something to keep in mind. It never hurts to cross-check prices with another website that you know and trust. The last thing I'm going to mention is the Explore option. Chase Sapphire will get together with different partners and it will come up with its own different travel packages. Cruises, beach retreats, outdoor adventures. It's got all of these different themed travel destinations. I personally have never used them because I generally know exactly where I'm going. But if you're footloose and fancy-free, this is a really fun way to explore some places you might not generally explore. So that's the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card. I hope that this little review gives you an idea of whether or not that card will work for you.